I saw a dead man leave his grave and steal our harvest, and my heart pounded in fear. I am Ntikuma, the firstborn of Kweku Ananse, and I remember that day clearly. My family and I had worked hard on our farm all year. We planted maize, yams, and many other crops, dreaming of a harvest we could all share. But my father, Kweku Ananse, the man we all trusted, had a secret plan. He never worked with us to share the fruit of our labor. Instead, he wanted all the harvest for himself. One quiet morning, my father gathered his wife and us children. In a weak voice, he said, "I am dying. Please build a small house on our farm and bury me there. And do not forget to put my favorite cooking tools in my coffin." They believed him. I remember the tears in my mother's eyes as they carried out his wish. Soon, my father was laid to rest in that small house on our farm. That night, our family wept bitterly. But as days passed, a mystery began. Every time my mother and my siblings visited the farm, they found the fields bare. Someone was coming in at night to steal the crop. Unable to bear the loss and sorrow any longer, I suggested that we build a trap to catch the mysterious thief. Together, we made a small statue in the shape of a human and covered it with sticky glue, hoping to catch whoever was taking our hard work. One quiet night, I hid nearby and watched in disbelief as my father, Kweku Ananse, slipped out from the grave house into the dark. As the first light of dawn broke, he crept into the fields, ready to steal the ripe crops and even cook a meal there. But that night, something unexpected happened. As he entered the farm, he spotted the statue. Thinking it was a real intruder, he called out, "Who are you? What are you doing in my farm?" The statue stayed silent. Frustrated, he warned, "If you don't leave, I will give you a slap." But still, there was no reply. Anger rising, my father slapped the statue with his left handedly to have his hand stick in the glue. "Let go of my hand, or I'll slap you with my right too," he shouted. But his right hand became stuck as well. In a fit of rage, he kicked with his right leg and it too was caught. Growing nervous, he threatened, "Leave me, or I will head you." He even struck the statue with his head, but nothing changed. At last, tears streamed down his face as he pleaded, "Please, let me go. I cannot face the shame when my family sees me in the morning." The statue remained silent. The next day, my mother and siblings rushed to the farm and found him stuck in the glue, a pitiful sight. They finally learned that every night he had come out of his grave house to steal our harvest and cook a meal, all because of his greed. His clever trick had turned against him. In that moment, I learned a hard lesson. Greed can trap even the cleverest of us. My father's deceit had brought pain to the family he claimed to love. In the end, our family took him in with heavy hearts, and slowly our harvest was safe again. I share this story so that we never forget that the love of our work and the strength of our bond must always come before selfish greed.